Marble halls and gilded rooms where chandeliers ignite the gloom. They hang in silence on the walls, millions of meters who wove them all.
No factory smoke, no spinning wheel, no hands of flash that we can feel. Just golden threads that speak to me of empires lost beneath the sea.
The chronicles are burned to ash, the weavers vanished in a flash, but still the tapestries remain, and every thread screams their pain. I see the patterns in the thread, the silent stories of the dead. No tombstone marks where they now lie, but their work still reaches for the sky. Silent weavers of a forgotten age,
Silent weavers,
your hands stain the silk with rage. No tombstone marks where your bones now lie. No names, no graves, but your legacy reaches the sky. Threads of gold and threads of fire, threads of gold, woven from Tartaria's pyre. They stole your story, stole your fame, stole it all, but the fabric still whisper your name.
I walk these halls when night has claimed the light, and hear the silent voices in the night. From every thread, from every woven seam, a truth more real than any mortal dream. The tsars who sat upon their gilded throne, they never wove a single thread alone. They wore the robes, they took the praise and fame, but not one thread their hands could ever claim. The looms are gone, the weavers turn to shade, a history that history forbade. But I can see it in the moonlight cold, a story waiting to be truly told.
The patterns whisper through the years, they speak of triumph, speak of tears. The silk remembers what they tried to hide, the truth forever will abide. Silent weavers of a forgotten age, silent weavers, your hands stain the silk with rage. No tombstone marks where your bones now lie. No names, no graves, but your legacy reaches the sky. Threads of gold and threads of fire, threads of gold, woven from Tartaria's pyre. They stole your story, stole your fame, stole it all, but the fabric still whisper your name.
They told their tale. Born in the winter's pale, shepherds watching flocks upon the hill. A holy night, a moment frozen still.
But deep within the shadows of the past, all the rituals were meant to last. The solstice, sun, the rebirth of the light.
They took it all and dressed it up in white.
Saturnalia's flames burned bright and long. Yule-log sang their pagan winter song.
The Romans feasted, worship gods of old, before the Christian story ever told.
Emperors came from Persia, born
His birthday celebrated all along. On December 25th, time returns.
an ancient fire that still forever burns.
They built their temples on the sacred ground where pagan drums had once resounded.
sun, they stole the flames, stole it all, trusted in the Savior's name. But they all got till whisper in the snow, whisper long. Remember when the light first began to glow. The stars, their memories never fade.
The mistletoe, the evergreen, a tree.
All stolen from a fate that used to be.
The Yule bird fox round on nights and days.
To push the darkness back with ancient praise.
The wheel of the year kept turning round.
On solstice night, their hope was always found.
They told us he was born in Bethlehem, but history screams a different requiem.
No shepherds watched him. Winter's freezing cold. Story bought and packaged, bought and sold.
The stone still stood where they once prayed. The circle's broken but not afraid. The solstice comes, the light returns,
An ancient fire that always burns. They call it Christmas, call it Holy Night, Holy Night. But the truth burns even brighter than the eye. The December light was spooning golden fear, golden fear.
1,000 years of silence year after year.
They stole the sun, they stole the flames, stole the dark, trusted in the Savior's name. And the old God still whisper in the snow, whisper low. Remember where the lead stars begin to blow. Pop music softens only clear. Where shadows never fall, I found a book that had no call, no number on its spine, no name, just pages whispering of flame. The dust was old but not from time, a different reason, different crime. It opened to a page that glowed, and on that page a road was showed, a road that led to nowhere known, a city carved from ice and stone, with towers reaching past the sky, and questions asking who and why. The ink was fresh, the parchment told a story waiting to be told, but no one wrote it, no one dared, as if the book had always been there. I turned the pages one by one, beneath the cold and distant sun. The more I read, the less I knew. The truth was drowning in the dew. No other words on the parchment of the lost. Love the lost. Who paid the price, who paid the cost? No other sign, no year was given. No year. Just silent words from silent heaven. The pages burn but never die. Never die. Like echoes of a forgotten cry. And in the night I hear them call. The manuscript with no past at all. I dreamed I walked inside that book, through every valley, every brook. I met the people of that land, who reached for me with phantom hand. They spoke in tongues I'd never heard, but every syllable was a word that pierced my heart and made me weep, for secrets that the grave would keep. They showed me cities in the sky, and asked me, sister, tell us why. They erased our name from history's page, and locked us in the silent cage. I woke up with the dawn's first light. The book was closed, but in the night a single page had found its way into my hands. It's there to stay, and on that page a single line in ink that looked like blood and wine. Remember us when we are gone, for we are you, and you are one. I one by one, beneath the cold and distant sun. The more I read, the less I knew. The truth was drowning in the dew. No other words on the parchment of the lost. Who paid the price, who paid the cost? No author sign, no year was given. Just silent words from silent heaven. The pages burn but never die, like echoes of a forgotten cry. And in the night I hear them call, the manuscripts with no past at all. I sit alone beneath the moon and wonder if I'll leave too soon. A page, a book, a life, a name. Will they remember me the same? Or will I be a manuscript that someone finds but cannot grip? No past, no future, just a now that no one will remember how. The silence answers with a song that tells me I'm where I belong. Among the words that have no root, among the manuscripts without. Turn the pages one by one, beneath the cold and distant sun. The more I read, the less I knew. The truth was drowning in the dew. No other words on the parchment of the lost. Who paid the price, who paid the cost? No author sign, no year was given. Just silent words from silent heaven. The pages burn but never die, like echoes of a forgotten cry. And in the night I hear them call, the manuscripts with no past at all.
On a cold winter morning in a time before the flame, beneath the ancient domes where no light ever came.
They painted on the ceilings with a vision none could see. In the darkness everlasting that created majesty.
Through the centuries of silence, through the ages of despair, the shadows smile upon us with their faces frozen there.
No torch illuminated, no candle ever burned.
Yet every stroke of genius to the stone was gently turned.
The saints look down in judgment with their eyes of stone and fire.
The kings stand wear their crowns upon the walls of the empire.
And I stand here in the shadows of the truth that won't be told.
Wondering who these masters were in centuries of old. The darkness was their canvas, the silence was their song. They painted through the ages when all hope was dead and gone.
And now the truth comes calling through the mists of time and space. To every soul who questions, to every searching face.
Mount Frisco's in the darkness. Who painted you that night? Who painted you in colors that were never touched by light?
With every stroke of genius,
With every line so true,
they left their mark upon the world for me and you.
no flame
Could light their pathway through the endless halls of stone.
yet every face they painted still
Watches from its throne.
and we who stand beneath them in the twilight of the day will carry their lost story, the song along the way. Frescoes in the darkness, frescoes in the night,
You shine.
with an eternal and everlasting light. As the red sun is setting and the shadows grow so long, I hear the silent voices in an everlasting song.
They whisper through the ages from a time before our own.
Of us who created where no light had ever shone.
The archives speak and monks who came with brushes in their hands. But monks require candle to complete their sacred plans.
No candles in the darkness, no torches on the wall. Yet the frescoes keep on watching to the silence of their hall.
Their hearts they came from somewhere else, from land beyond the sky.
With eyes that saw through darkness and with hands they could not lie.
Perhaps they were the remnants of an empire swept away.
Who left them out to tell us of a brighter, bolder day?
The night holds all the answers. The silence knows the truth of every painted cherub and of every ageless youth.
darkness. He painted you that night. Who painted you in colors that were never touched by light? With every stroke of genius, with every line so true,
They left their mark upon the world for me and you.
no flame could light their pathway through
The endless halls of stone.
Rest us in the darkness. Rest us in the midnight. Rest us in the darkness.
Through the marble corridors where shadows never fade, I walk among the giants that forgotten empires made.
The halls are cold and empty, the silence is so deep. For centuries, the secrets in these walls have been asleep.
No kitchen ever burned with fire to prepare a royal feast.
No toilet ever stood when royal blood was once released.
The bedrooms have no comfort, the thrones are cut of stone.
Yes, someone must have lived here, someone called this place their home. The windows face the nothing, the doors lead to the void. A palace built for no one, a kingdom unemployed. Who were the ones who walked these halls in garments made of light? Who were the ones who ruled this land and vanished in the night?
The architects designed for those who needed not to eat, who never felt the cold of winter's chill upon their feet, who never knew the sun beneath the bias of the earth, a race of something other of a modern mortal birth.
Palaces of silence, who dwell within your walls, who walked your empty corridors through centuries and halls. No kitchens ever burned for them, no fires kept them warm.
Yet they built for all eternity a kingdom without form.
No toilets in the marble floors, no beds upon the stone.
Someone sat upon the throne and ruled this land alone.
Palaces of silence, you stand there cold and vast, a monument to those who built but never truly last.
Who were the ones who came before?
Before the fall, before the war,
Palace of silence, you hold the key.
you all truths that history
Could never let us say. I wonder could the ballrooms where no music ever played, where no footsteps ever danced upon the floors that they had laid.
The chandeliers hang motionless, no candles ever lit.
Yet someone must have seen it glow, someone must have found it.
The floors are cold and empty, no king has ever sat.
No queen has ever rested where the velvet cushion sat.
The walls are lined with paintings of faces no one knows, of people who have never sought the rain or sun or snow.
They look at me with hollow eyes that seem to see right through. They seem to ask me who I am and what it is I do. And I can only stand there in the silence of the room
And wonder who they really were before they met their doom.
What kind of beings need no food, no water, and no sleep? What kind of ice forever once but never have to weep? The answers lie within the stones, within the marble veins. Palaces of silence, all the memories and the pains.
Palaces of silence, who dwell within your walls, who walked your empty corridors through centuries and halls. No kitchens ever burned for them, no fires kept them warm.
Yet they built for all eternity
A kingdom without form. No toilets in the marble floors, no beds upon the stone.
Someone stand upon the throne and ruled this land alone.
Palaces of silence, who dwell within your walls, who walk your empty corridors through centuries and halls.
No kitchens ever burned for them, no fires kept them warm. Yet they built their own eternity
A kingdom without form.
No toilets in the marble floor, no beds upon the Lord. reaching for the sky where no crane ever stood. They hung the giants made of bronze, impossible and good.
churches were not built around these titans made of sound. The bells were lifted last of all, high above the ground.
No scaffolding remains in records, no drawings of the feet. Just the ringing in the silence,
Just the music bittersweet. Who were the engineers who moved these mountains made of brass? Who were the ones who calculated that it would come to pass?
the bells that should not exist to call across the land.
A mystery set in bronze forged by a forgotten hand.
They chime for weddings, chime for deaths, chime for the passing years. They've rung through countless generations, through the joy and tears. But every time they sound their note, they ask the same question: how did we get up here?
What is our true intention? Bells that could not be. You ring across the sky. You ring across the centuries. You never question why.
100 tons of bronze and brass lifted thine old hand, the greatest mystery of all.
In this or any land,
No crane could lift you, no machine could pull you to the highest.
There you hang and there you stay forever in our sight.
bells that could not be. You call to us each day, reminding us that history has so much more to say.
Who lays you to the belfry? Who made your voices ring?
Bells that could not be. You are the song we sing.
I stood beneath the tower where 1,000 bells reside, and felt the vibration of their song through my whole body glide. The sound waves passed right through me like the ghosts of ages past, and for a moment I believed that I could truly last.
The bells were cast in distant times with techniques lost to us. They're always perfect, their proportions nothing less than plus.
No crack is ever formed in them for centuries of sound, a perfection in the metal that no modern forge has found.
And as they rang above me in the cold and morning air, I knelt the presence of the ones who put those bells up there.
Invisible, they stood with me, their hands upon the bolts.
The forgotten and engineers of all our childhood hopes. They whispered to the rainy, we were here, we were alive. We moved these tons of metal in the year 725.
No one remembers who we were, no one recalls our name.
But every time the bells ring out, they're calling out our fame. The sound we spare a memory, the bonds we chain the past. Every ringing is a moment in journey, the moments in a song. Across the endless ocean where no land was ever seen, a structure rises from the waves, impossibly serene. Kilometers of concrete stretching toward the setting sun. A railway built upon the water, never overrun. No bridge connects it to the shore, no land in sight at all. Just pillars rising from the deep, defying nature's call. The trains that ran upon these tracks, where did they ever go? What destination waited there for passengers below? The engineers who planned this feat left not a single plan. No blueprint in the archives, no drawing made by man. Yet there it stands, a concrete giant marking time and tide. A railroad to the middle of the ocean, deep and wide. Who built this path across the waves in ages long ago? What civilization had the strength to make the water bow? The tracks lead straight to nowhere now. The trains have ceased to run, but the pillars still stand sentinel beneath the cold dead sun. The waves crash all around it, the salt wind burns its face, but still the concrete pillars stand in their eternal place. A monument to something that we cannot comprehend. A railway to the middle of the ocean. Galilee.
Who built the iron pathway? Who laid the concrete bed? Sweet upon the water, where have your passengers fled? I sailed out to the Scilors on a morning cold and gray. The seagulls cried above me, the wave began to sway. And as I reached the first of them, I placed my hand on stone that had stood against the elements for centuries alone. The barnacles had claimed that the salt had worn it smooth, but still I felt the power of the ones who built this groove. They came from somewhere else, you see, from lands beyond the mist. They came to build a railway that the ocean couldn't twist. I followed where the pillars led out toward the rising sun. For miles and miles they stretched ahead, their journey never done. And then I saw it in the distance, rising from the fall. A structure that should not exist, a pyramid so high. A station in the middle of the ocean, tolling ground, with platforms worn, no passengers would ever wait us land. The ticket booths were empty, the clocks had all stood still. A monument to something that defied all human will. You were the ones who traveled here on trains across the sea. That kind of beings needing such a strange mobility. The answers lie beneath the waves, beneath the salted void.
In halls where kings once walked alone beneath the chandelier, they hang upon the walls of stone, reflecting year on year.
7 meters high they stand, these mirrors without flaw. With silver back and
Pure and bright, defying nature's law. No bubble in the crystal, no distortion in the glass.
of perfection in the reflection that was never meant to pass.
The technology to make them, so the history books all say.
Did not exist in those dark times, in that forgotten day.
How did they make the glass so clear, so free of any tint? How did they cast the reflection without a single hint?
Of the primitive techniques that should have been developed in centuries when knowledge was a thing that man had not.
The mirrors hang in silence, watching all pass them by. They've seen the rise of empires and have watched their leaders die.
And still they show the truth to all who dare to look within.
A mystery of crystal, a secret made of tin.
The silver backing never tarnishes. The glass remains so clear,
As if they were.
created just yesterday, my dear.
But yesterday was centuries ago.
In ages lost to time.
The mirrors keep on watching.
For them it is no crime.
Mirrors beyond time, who cast you in the flame? What forgotten master gave you your immortal frame?
7 meters high you stand, reflecting all you see.
The lessons full of empires,
Truth of what
Will be
your floor is in your crystal.
no blemish in your face.
Show us all our own reflections.
Every light I try.
Mirrors beyond time, you hang there on the wall. The greatest mystery of them all.
who made the glass so perfect?
Who poured the silver brine?
Mirrors beyond time.
You shine through endless night.
I stood before a mirror in a palace cold and vast, and saw my own reflection from the present to the past. But in the glass behind my face I saw another there, a figure from a different age with different clothes to wear.
She looked at me with knowing eyes as if she understood that we were both reflections of a sisterhood of blood.
She raised her hand and touched the glass. I raised my hand to her.
And for a moment time dissolved the universe with her.
The mirror showed me secrets that no book could ever hold. Of empires made of crystals, of cities built of gold.
Most people as if it wasn't there. Of a race that lived in reflections in me everywhere. And then she faded from my sight, the vision disappeared. And what the mirror showed me, I have held and I have feared.
And we are not the first one,
And we will not be the last.
that the mirrors hold the memories of our future and our past.
The glass remembered makes ring thing.
The silver holds a light.
Every face that's ever looked within is captured there.
Far beyond the reaches of the histories we know, where the rivers of time eternally flow.
Stood a temple made of marble, gleaming white and pure, with service system perfect, so silent and secure.
No chisel ever touched them, no hammer ever struck. No masons threw left evidence of human skill or luck.
The colors rose like frozen white as smooth as morning light. A mystery and marvel, a wonder to decide. The scholars came from distant lands to study and to ponder. They measured every millimeter, they looked above yonder.
But no one could define the marks of calling always leave.
No scratch upon the surface, no pattern they leave. And so they asked a question that still echoes through the years. A question born of wonder, a question born of fear.
Habits don't be shaped so perfect without tools to cut or grind. One secret of the ancients they believe so far behind. The answer lies in fire, in water and in earth.
In a recipe forgotten since the moment of our birth. They did not carve a marble, they did not cut the stone. They poured it like a liquid from a throne.
Liquid stone,
Flowing like the river to the sea.
made of stone.
Flowing for eternity.
They pour the temples, pour the walls, pour the columns high.
A secret lost forever.
Whisper and a sigh.
No hammer fell upon you, no chisel touched your face. Your eyes were liquid fire, and their love forgotten grace.
Liquid stone, you stand there through the ages and the years. A monument to knowledge, lost a testament to tears.
All hail the ancient formula.
Who makes the earth inflame?
Liquid stone, we whisper and we call your name.
I walked among the ruins where the shadows grow so long, and heard the marble singing an everlasting song.
It sang of ancient fires, of cauldrons burning bright, of masters who commanded the elements with might.
They gathered common limestone from the quarries in the hills. They mixed it with a powder that would bend it to their wills.
They heated it in furnaces that burned both day and night, until the stone was flowing like the river of pure light. They poured it into wooden pots were patiently by hand, and let it cool and hardened into columns, solemn brand.
When the foes have pulled away, what stood there in the sun was perfect and unblemished, the race already won.
No carving needed, afternoon polishing required. A surface being like morning dew, like something heaven fired. And so the temples rose across that long forgotten land, created not by chisel but by a master's hand. The secret died with them, the formula was lost when the great coat came upon them and the final freeze and frost. But every temple standing is a memory, a sign that once we had the knowledge, once the power was mine.
Liquid stone, flowing like the river to the sea. Liquid stone, flowing for eternity.
They pour the temples, pour the walls, pour the columns high.
A secret lost forever,
A whisper and a sigh.
Your hammer fell upon you, no chisel touched your face. You're also liquid fire, and I love forgotten grace.
liquid stone, you stand there through the ages and the years. A monument to knowledge, lost a testament to tears.
Who will be ancient for you,
Who
love?
makes the earth and flame?
Liquid stone is where we call your name. In dusty news and cases where the shadows
But when the scholars read the dates, the portraits, and the names, the story that the coins reveal is never quite the same.
A king who ruled for 40 years, according to the books, appears upon a single coin with unexpected looks.
Another ruler's image shows a crown of different style, and the dating on the edges seems to stretch another mile. The coins were in the pockets of the people, don't you see? They passed from hand to hand for all the years of history.
You cannot fake a coin that's worn by centuries of use. The wear upon the metal does not lie, does not seduce.
The coins are lie, they cannot lie, they only tell the truth of every ruler, every reign of every age and youth. And when the dates don't match the books, the portraits don't align,
The coins are telling us the truth.
their history's a sign.
Coins don't lie, they tell the story of the years, through the triumphs and the tragedies, the laughter and the tears. In every pocket, every hand, they travel through the lands. A testimony etched in metal that forever stands.
The kings all smile, their metal smiles, the dates are there to read.
But when their dates don't match the books, it's truth we really need.
Coins don't lie, they cannot lie, they only speak the truth.
A witness from the ages, from the morning of our youth. Who put the dates so differently? Who carved the different face? Coins don't lie, they show us time and space. I held a coin from ages past within my trembling hand, a small and silver circle from a long forgotten land. The emperor upon it wore a crown I'd never seen, a style that never graced the pages of the history machine.
The date was from a century that shouldn't have been then, according to the scholars, according to the men.
Who like the books and tell the tales of who we are and were. This coin should not exist at all, of this I am quite sure. But here it was, the dead one by centuries untouched. The edges grew from fingers that had held it very much. This coin had traveled through the years, through generations long, and every hand that held it knew that it was not
So
wrong.
where upon the surface told the story of its own, of markets on transaction of 1,000 sequence soon.
Of people buying bread and wine, of lovers paying dowries, of soldiers paid for fighting in the service of their county. The coin had lived a life that no exploring could deny, and every scratch upon its face was truth that couldn't lie. So when the day contradicted everything I'd ever read,
I knew that it was history, not the coin that was misled.
In ancient towers reaching for the cold and endless sky, there's essentials deeply that you have to question why.
no normal foot could climb them without grasping for a rail.
No normal leg could conquer them without a breathless wail.
The steps are high, the tread is sharp, the angles far too steep for any ordinary man. His promise to keep.
Yet I think all these stairs have started to chambers up above, to rooms that should be reachable by those who truly love.
But who are they who climb these steps with such a different stride? Romance that could accommodate the strange inverted cry.
The steps were made for someone else, for beings not like us, for giants or for angels or for those who made no fuss.
About the effort, about the climb, about the sea descent. For that it was as natural as breath is when it's bent.
They walked upstairs that we would need a rope and pulley for, and reached the top without a pause, without an open door. The architects designed these stairs for bodies not our own, for legs that stretch much farther, for a different kind of bone.
And as we stand before them looking up into the height,
We wonder who ascended there, we wonder in the night. The steep ascent, the stairs that rise beyond the mortal tread.
just steps that only giants climb, the path that angels led.
Who were the ones whose legs could reach from stair to stair so high?
Oh, speak could make this far a crawl climb without a single sigh.
The steps are stone, the steps are old, the steps are steep and tall. They rise into the shadows of the dimension that the ages have continued to unlock.
Who climbed
These stairs, who went before? The steepest and forever keeps the door.
they rise into the shadows of the great and ancient hall?
The steep ascent on victory, coming to the living rock. Our question that the ages have continued to unlock.
Who climbed these stairs?
Who went before?
The steep ascent.
Forever keeps the door. I stood before a staircase in a castle by the sea. The road so steep and narrow that it seemed to challenge me.
The steps were nearly to my knee and height each on a wall, and I could not imagine climbing them at any cost.
But some didn't ages past and climbed them every day. They went up through the chambers where the tapestries to lay. They looked up from the windows at the ocean far below.
And felt the wind upon their face and watched the sea birds go. Who are these people tall and strong who call this place their home? Who walk these stairs as easily as we walk fields of love?
Were they a dripping waste momentum somewhere else somewhere? Where stairs like these were normal and the climbing was just fair. I placed my hand upon the stone and felt the countless feet that had ascended through the years so steady and so free. And in the coolness of the rock I felt a warmth aglow, the memory of those who climbed so very long ago.
The saints remember every step they put the tongues and made.
Every king, every queen,
They shine in that way.
and in the steepness in the height. The step ascent be would be for a steep ascent forever keeps the door.
And ages passed before the grid, before the burning coal, before we dug the earth for fuel and sold our very soul.
There was a different kind of power, flowing free and clear.
A force that lit the cities up without a single fear.
They drew it from the ether, from the space between the air.
They captured it with crystals and with devices rare.
No wires needed, no great blimps, no smoke against the sky.
Just energy abundant, full of people passing by. The street lamps glowed with gentle light without a single flame.
The houses hung with power that had no brand or name.
No factories ran in silence,
No smoke, stacks, no noise.
and all of it was free for use.
For all the girls and boys,
But then the ones who profit from the selling of a coward came in the night in the dark and the final hour.
Smashed the crystals, broke the vice of silence, all the hum and told the world there's power free and never overcome.
They said it was impossible. They said it was a dream. They said it couldn't happen, or so it would seem.
But in the ruins of that age, the evidence remains.
the memory of power free still echoes in the veins. The power free, the energy that flowed without a cause. The power free, the light that in that ancient age was never lost.
They drew it from the empty air, from nothing and from all.
Force that never failed and where the great unwound or small. No burning coal, no splitting atoms or rivers held behind.
Just energy for everyone's, for all of humankind.
The power free, they took it from us in the night
And left us in the darkness,
left us without light. Who stole the secret?
Who stole the
Slowly
flame?
free.
The color free. We whisper and we call your name.
found a crystal in the ruins of a city once instead. It humbled when I held it, it glowed a gentle red. I felt a warmth flow through me, my close. A moment of connection, a moment of your healing.
I knew then in that instant that the stories were all true. That once we had
The power free for me and her and you.
And once we lived in cities where the energy was free, where light and heat and motion flow for all eternity. The crystal showed me visions of a world without a wire.
of people drawing power from the earth's eternal fire, of children playing in the streets beneath the gentle glow of lamps that needed nothing but the love they had to show.
And then the vision faded and the crystal turned to dust.
As if the ones who haunted us had finally found the trust.
But in my heart I knew the truth. I felt it deep and true.
The power free was real.
And it belonged to me and you.
They took it from us, yes they did.
They stole it in the night. They broke the crystal, smashed the devices, hid the truth from sight. But every time the lightning flashes in the stormy sky, I hear the power calling, I hear its battle cry. The power free the energy. The power free the energy. The power free the energy. The power free the energy.
In Cappadocia's ancient land where strange formations rise. A secret lies beneath the earth, a wonder and surprise. 18 levels underground, a city carved in stone. A place where 20,000 people once could live alone.
During for you, they call it now. This labyrinth so deep, where entire generations couldn't safely sleep.
With kitchens, tables, treasures that would sell us for the wine. A civilization hiding from the world above the moon. But how could ancient people with their simple tools of bronze carve 85 meters down through rock like silent swans? The volume of the storm removed is millions of the tons. A feat that should be praised in every stolen song.
No blueprints found, no plans exist, no records of the work. Just miles and miles of tunnels where the shadows always lurk.
A city built for hiding from the terror up above. A monument to survival, to protection, to love.
Who are these people carving deep into the living stone? What enemies so terrified that they could not atone?
They fled into the darkness, they fled into the deep. And in the silence of the earth, their promises they keep.
A city beneath a labyrinth deep in the earth, where 20,000 souls once found a second birth. Carved by hands with simple tools, a wonder and a feat.
A hidden world where ancient hearts would still continue to beat.
No records left, no names remain, no story to be told. Just tunnels winding through the rocks, the silence and the cold.
The city beneath you holds your secret side. A mystery carved in stone forever out of sight. Who built these homes?
So deep.
The city beneath your promises you keep. I descend into the ring for you on a cold and silent day. I followed where the tunnels led, I followed where they lay. The air grew thick and heavy, the light began to fade as I walked deeper underground into the earth's own shade.
I passed through rooms where families once gathered to eat.
I passed through stables where the animals would stamp their feet. I passed through trenches cut from rock where ancient prayers were said. I passed through cellars where the wine once glowed and will be red.
And everywhere I looked, I saw the marks of human hands.
The chisel marks upon the rock that carefully made plans. The ventilation shots that brought the air from up above. The massive stone doors like a road moved only with great love.
Who were these people? The engineers of underground. What knowledge did they have that we have never found?
The stone removed would fill the mountain, millions and millions of tons of feet that even modern man would not attempt for fun. The silence of the city spoke to me in whispers low. We built this place to hide from something, something you should know. We built this place to save ourselves from terror from the sky. We built this place to live another.
monuments that history ever will see. The pyramids of Egypt built for kings of long ago. Or so the story tells us, or so we're meant to know.
But when you look with open eyes, the questions start to rise. The stones are cut with such precision, such a grand surprise. They fit together perfectly without a single gap. A razor blade cannot pass through, not even by a stab.
2 million blocks unweighed times 100 feet or more, quarried from a distant place and dragged across the floor.
But how with copper tools and ropes of reed could this be done?
A feat that even modern men would try and likely shun.
The casing stones were polished through reflecting sunlight bright, so bright they called the pyramid the light in ancient light.
And at the base of measurements, the mathematics there.
Involved in them, fire knowledge very rare.
They say the Pharaoh Khufu built this wonder of the world.
But no inscription in the tomb, no flag was ever unfurled. No evidence connects his name
To this colossal fame, a mystery that history continues still to bring.
The Egyptian Lagos pyramids were never built by slaves. They stand upon the plateau, defying time and grace, with precision that no modern tool could replicate.
A message from a vanished race, a forgotten date.
They say the Pharaoh built them, but the proof is never there.
Just stones and mock our efforts.
Just silence in the air. The Egyptian lie we've been deceived for far too long.
The pyramids were here before the Pharaoh's
Who
song.
built these stones?
So good, so true.
Not so true. The Egyptian lie is hiding something new.
I walked along the pyramids beneath the desert sun and felt the weight of ages past the history undone.
I placed my hand upon the stones of the morning's light and wondered who had placed it there, who were calling out.
These speak beside the pyramids with lion's body, human face. Stares out across the desert, across the timid space. The leveling upon his body tells a different tale of water rushing out of wind and rain and out of gas.
When did it rain so hard upon the dry and arid land?
Thousands of years before the pharaohs took a stand.
These sphinxes older, much more old than history ever told.
All legends of an earlier age are starting from the
And in the
core.
chambers underground beneath the shifting sand.
Our mysteries and scholars try the very best to understand.
But every time they get too close, the government says no.
What are they trying to hide from us? What secrets do they store?
Pyramids are calling out across the endless years. They speak to us of knowledge lost to fucking pioneers. They speak to us of energies, the power and of life.
They speak to us of what we were before we lost the fight.
The Egyptian lie, the pyramids were never built by souls. Beyond the lava fields, it cannot by sin. The Egyptian lie, the pyramids were never built by slaves. The Egyptian lie, the pyramids were never built by slaves. voyage in a submarine of steel.
To see the ship that time forgot.
The wounds they'll never heal. And there upon the ocean floor, in darkness and in cold,
I saw the rivets.
row on row.
A story to unfold. 3 million then side by side, still holding what remains of that great ship, that dream of pride, that monument to paint. I reached out through the freezing dark and touched one with my hand.
And felt the presence of the man
Who built her on the land?
They came to me in visions, those workers from old past. Their faces drawn, their bodies worn, their spirits holding fast.
They showed me how they hammered steel in Belfast misty rain.
They showed me how they built a ship that would know so much pain.
We built it with our hearts, they say we built it with our soul.
We built it to be beautiful, to reach the furthest goal.
We never knew that she would sink.
We never knew the cost.
We never knew that she would be forever, ever long. 6 million rivets. Beneath the streets of Paris, where the city's heartbeat pounds, there lies a world of darkness, of silence without sound. 300 kilometers of tunnels carved in stone, the kingdom of the dead, where the living walk alone.
The catacombs of Paris, where 6 million souls now rest. The bones are arranged in patterns in a never-ending quest for order in the chaos, for meaning in the grave. A message from the ones who died, a story of the brave.
But who were these 6 million whose bones outlined the walls, whose ghosts stare out and visitors through these eternal halls?
They came from plague and famine, from war and from disease. They came to rest beneath the streets forevermore at ease.
Get deeper in the tunnels beyond the public eye. There lie forbidden chambers where even ghosts are shy, where symbols on the walls tell of the truth that's hidden well.
A secret that the catacombs forevermore will tell.
The bones are just the surface, the entrance to the deep. Beneath the bones are mysteries the time has sworn to keep. For those who dare to venture where the light will ever shine, will find the truth that's hidden in the catacombs divine. The catacombs, the tunnels deep beneath the city's heart, where 6 million souls in silence play their part. A labyrinth of bones and stone, of darkness and of dread, where every step you take is on the memories of the day. But deeper still the secrets lie, forbidden and unknown, where ancient symbols mark the walls in languages of stone. The catacombs, you hold the key to what we cannot see, a mystery for all eternity. What lies beneath, what waits below, the catacombs, the only ones who know.
I descended through a hidden door, a gate without a key, into the depths of catacombs that tourists never see. I touched out through the darkness, my footsteps echoed loud, as I walked among the secrets that the city keeps so proud.
The tunnels twisted endlessly, a labyrinth of stone.
And everywhere I looked, I felt I was not there alone.
The whispers of the ages followed me through every turn, the voices of 6 million souls for whom my heart would yearn.
And then I reached a chamber that had no bones at all, just symbols carved into the rock upon the chamber wall. Symbols from a language that no scholar can translate. Symbols that spoke of something dark, of something worse than fame.
They spoke of those who came before the city stood. They spoke of an ancient people with knowledge in their blood,
They spoke of a disaster that wiped their hideaway.
and left them in the catacombs forevermore to stay. The bones we see are later ones, the recent and the known, but deeper still lie older bones, older than any stone, older than the city, older than on the memories of the dead.
In castles where the shadows never fade, behind the iron gates that time has made.
They hang upon the walls of stone and rust, suits of armor turning into dust.
But not from age, not from the passing years.
The metal holds no cracks, no stains, no tears.
The steel is thick and it's showing with a weight that no mere mortal could have lifted.
All the fingers stretched beyond the reach of any hand that ever touched the beach. The chest laid by the shoulders broad and high, built for a form that reaches for the sky.
No visor on the helmet, not a slit, for eyes that needed light to see what's lit. These suits were made for something else instead, for warriors who never bowed their head. The scholars come to measure and to stare. They shake their heads and whisper their despair.
No man could wear this metal to the grave. These suits were never meant for human slaves.
Forbidden armor hanging in the dark. Forbidden armor.
Without a single mark,
Who were you when the world was young and wild? What giant hand once held your helmet's child? No human shoulders bore your heavy weight. No human legs could carry you to fate. Forbidden armor.
tell us who you knew.
The warriors who walk before me and you. 7 feet of steel
1,000 pounds of hate.
and guard a forgotten gate.
I stood before a soothing cold bright night. The helmet stared at me with empty sights. And in the steel I saw a face appear, a face that looked at me with no more fear.
The eyes were not the eyes of any man. The jaw was carved from a forgotten plan.
The skull inside would dwarf my own by twice. A giant's bones beneath the steel's device.
I reached out through the glass to touch the plates. The glass was warm, the metal seemed to wait.
A pulse came through the gauntlet to my head.
A rhythm not from any immortal land.
And in that moment I began to see the truth of what these metal suits could be. Not armor for night on horse and field, but something that no history book would yield.
Tartarian warriors, supreme eaters call.
They built the palaces, they answered no one's call. And when the great flood came, when fire filled the sky,
They put their honor on
to fight, to live, to die.
forbidden armor.
Landing in the dark,
Forbidden armor.
without a single mark.
Who were you when the world was young and wild? What giant hand once held your helmet's child?
No human shoulders bore your heavy weight.
No human legs could carry you to fate. Forbidden armor.
Tell us
Crusader swords that slice through iron mail was made with nano precision, a technological grail.
A knowledge lost to history, a wisdom gone and dead.
A secret in the atom structure in every single thread. Nano steel, you should not be. You come from another time. A structure in the atom that is almost a crime.
Common tubes arranged with care, a pattern and a plan. A technology beyond the reach
Of mere and mortal man.
How did they forge your blade of gold with such precision true? What furnace burns so hard to clean that knowledge from the blue?
Nano steel, you hold the key to what we cannot do. A mystery for me and you. Who forged the steel?
Forge the steel,
Show you the way.
nano steel from the day.
I held a Damascus blade within my trembling hands. A sword that once had traveled through many and many lands.
The edge was still as sharp as when it left the forge so long ago. A testament to skills that we no longer truly know.
I traced a pattern on the blade, the wavy lines of light that spoke of carbon structures, all a nano-engineered might. And in my mind I saw a forge of fire burning bright, and masters working at the petals through the endless night.
We added something to the steel, a secret ingredient. A powder or a compound, something heaven sent.
They knew your temperature, requirement, timing, and the touch. They understood the atom in a way that means so much.
And when the blade was finished, they quenched it in weight. Had made the carbon nanotubes align in every state. A perfect structure, atom defect, give the blade its fire. Knowledge that was swallowed by the ever hungry night.
The swords of Damascus, the steel of the east, were made with the knowledge of science to cease to understand or replicate a mystery so deep, a secret that the ages in their silence always keep. In Remember our fall.
The weaknesses are silenced now, their voices in the grave. But every abandoned asylum is a monument they gave.
In a library at Yale, beneath the watchful eyes, a book sits in a case of glass, a riddle and a prize. No one knows who wrote its words, no one knows what they mean. The Voynich manuscript, it's called the strangest ever seen.
In a library at Yale, beneath the watchful eyes, a book sits in a case of glass, a riddle and a prize.